Murphy's Builder Supply. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Jonathan. We got several guests. Got another candidate in the studios in the green room, but right now we're going to talk with Mary Nell Mosley, who's on her way to Norway. She's a member of the USA World Twirling Team. Her coach here is with her as well, Jeannie Jeffords. And Mary Nell, you want to go first? Step up to the microphone there and tell everybody how this all came about.
Well, I qualified for the rhythmic twirl at nationals, which was top 3, and if you get top 3, then you automatically qualify to go to the Worlds and compete for the USA.
And when you found out you were headed to Norway and a member of the team, what was the feeling like?
I started crying. I was really excited.
Really? I bet. And you've been twirling ever since, what, diapers?
Since I was 2.
2 years old. So how do you begin at the age of 2? How's that work?
It was a little interesting. I did not want to go twirling. I clinged to my mama's leg and started crying, saying, I want to go home, I don't want to do this. But now I'm glad I did.
Well, I've seen a lot of the videos. I know how talented you are. So this has to be a big event. Last time I saw you was at City Hall. The mayor and the city commissioners read a proclamation proclaimed it Mary Nell Mosley Day and encouraged everybody to wear red, white, and blue today. So is that exciting to have a day in your honor?
Yes, sir.
Well, tell us a little bit about who your family is. Tell us your mom and dad and who's all going to Norway with you.
My mom and my dad, and then...
And tell them who that is.
Felicia and Brent Mosley, and then Doug Lewis and Susan Lewis are going as well, and then Miss Gina and Miss Ann.
Okay, well, Gina, when do they fly out, and how's the preparation going for the trip, and what all will she be competing in, and how many people are on the USA team?
Okay, there's actually 134 members of the USA team. 38 of them are soloists, so we are excited to be in that Elite 38. There's around 8 different groups that are going from around the United States also. But it actually will kick off on Tuesday night. They have a banquet for all of the honorees, and they'll actually introduce all the team members at that time. And we actually fly out, I think it's Monday morning, and we'll get there actually Tuesday around 11. And she actually has her music test and warm-up time at 1 o'clock that day. So we're going to really be pushing it to get there and get our warm-up done. It'll be the one time that we'll get to get on the floor and try out the lighting and the flooring and all that kind of good stuff. And but this is an exciting opportunity for her to get to compete on the global stage. And like I said, this has been 7 years of training that she's put into this, 7 years of devotion to the sport of baton twirling and performing arts. So we never dreamed last July that she would have the opportunity to do this. She is one of the youngest ones in her age division or her category. So when we found out that it was a World's Year, we were like, it's 10 to 12. We're 10, bottom of the age division. Probably won't happen, but if it does, great. So when she made the preliminary rounds of competition and rhythmic twirl, we were just proud to be there. And then when she ended up second overall, that was quite a feat for someone to be at the bottom of the age division. So we're really excited. Looking forward to seeing how well she performs when we get there.
Is there going to be any way people in Wayne County can watch the competition, or do you know anything about that? There
is. Actually, it will be live streamed. All of the events will be live streamed. I'm not sure of the exact link, but I know we will put it on Facebook, I'm sure on my page and Felicia's page, and then there's a World Federation of Baton Twirling page that it'll be on. So people will be able to live stream it on that Thursday when she competes.
Okay. So. Back to Mary Nell. Mary Nell, how many hours a day are you practicing for this event?
I practice every day for at least 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yes.
So what do you do when you get at home from school? That's when you start, or do you start in the morning?
I start about 5 o'clock every day.
5 o'clock every day. So you go to Arthur Williams, is that correct? Do you have a favorite class, favorite teacher, anybody want to say hey to? I'm sure they're out there listening.
Well, my favorite teacher is actually Miss Amy Bettner, which is my accelerated math teacher.
All right. Oh, good. Well, I tell you all the time, your Uncle Verney's one of my best friends. He always brags about Mary Nell, so I get up to date. I get my Mary Nell Mosley updates from Verney, so Uncle Verney keeps me posted on because he's very proud uncle. I know your whole family's proud of this, so where do you plan to take this baton twirling? Do you want to go, like a lot of girls in Wayne County, twirl for a major college, university, or do you have, what's your goals?
Well, I would like to be feature twirler or majorette at the University of Georgia. But
Okay. Well, I'm sure that could be a good possibility. Wayne County's had a lot of success in that category over the years. It's amazing, Gina. We tell all the time we could get our football players as many college campuses as majorettes. We'd be doing real good. I mean, we're catching up, but the majorettes have the lead at this point. Every time you turn around, you go to major college stadium, you'll see a Wayne County girl with a baton in her hand. So it's been a great run of success for the majorette programs here in Wayne County.
Yes, it has. It certainly has. The girls work really hard, and Mary Nell, she kind of downplays it, but she does spend a lot of time, 2 to 3 hours at least, 5 days a week in the gym training just on her solo events. And so she puts a lot of time into it and a lot of effort, and that's one of the things that makes her so successful. So
it's an individual sport, and it's all about, like you said, is having to go out there every day and practice. And you have favorite music you use, Marinelle? What do you do for when you practice? How do you practice? Do you just practice without music, with music, or how?
Well, I catch all my tricks in my rhythmic first, and then I try and do it with the music, but sometimes it doesn't always work. So I'll go back and run it through without it, and then I go back and do it with the music.
Okay. I was always curious. Is there a special baton? Like there's the baton's baton, right? They don't have.
Actually, there are different types of batons, and I think everybody kind of develops their own little liking for a certain kind of baton. Some are weighted different, some are heavier than others, some have thin shafts, thick shafts, and so you kind of have to find what works for each individual competitor. So,
do you sleep with your baton, or do you just no? I just curious because some football players, quarterbacks, they sleep with their football. So I just wonder if you slept with your baton. So. Well, again, we appreciate you coming in. It was a big day at City Hall, and again, I'm sure everybody in Wayne County is very excited to see what happens out in Norway. As Gina says, it's going to be awfully cold. Have you gone around and got your warm clothes for the event? Have you met any of the team members that are be with you?
Well, I know a few of them that are I've competed against, and some that are have names out in the twirling world, but I'm not close friends with them.
How does it feel to be representing your entire country and having that USA label? Is that exciting?
I'm excited. It's exciting.
This is a big event to be a member of the United States World Team. So
one
it's
of 38,
a great honor.
So we're excited.
Everybody's excited. So again, we appreciate you coming in. We wish you nothing but the best of luck. I'm sure everybody will be keeping us up to date, and we'll keep everybody up to date on how you do. But when you come back from Norway, we'd love to have you back in to hear about the trip. And again, congrats on all your success. I think you have a very bright future in baton twirling. And again, we do appreciate you coming in. Gene, anything else you want to say? Is there a party to send her off or anything, or what's the send off?
Actually, tonight at 6 o'clock, we're doing a big send off party for her at the train depot.
Right. Okay.
So that'll be her final send off, and then we'll practice for 2 or 3 more days, and Monday morning we'll be ready to take off.
I'm sure a lot of people will be there tonight. So wish you nothing but the best of luck, Mary Nell. Again, you got everybody in Wayne County rooting for you and rooting for the USA. So again, very talented young lady. Appreciate y'all coming in and wishing us but the best. Have a safe trip to Norway.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
We got more guests in the green room, so we'll come back with more of the Butch and Bob Show after this.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup. Jessup Premium Storage, 1455 South 1st Street is Jessup's best place to store your valuables. Whether it's furniture between moves or just a place for the overload, call Jessup Premium Storage at 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jessup Premium Storage units are indoors, climate controlled, and they have 24-hour surveillance and on-site management. You have 24-hour, 7-day-a-week access to your unit. Sizes range from 5x5 to 10x25. They also have outside covered and uncovered spaces available for vehicles, boats, trailers, and RVs. Jessup Premium Storage on the Waycross Highway in Jessup.
Mike Birch Ford has the best finance department in South Georgia. We're not here to judge, we're here to help. Low interest rates and less than perfect credit is not a problem. Stop the search. Call Mike Birch.
January brought record-breaking cold, but the sales here at Mike Birch Ford were smoking hot. So now we've got to move this pre-owned inventory. We've got a great selection of clean one-owner vehicles as low as $150 a month. Stop the search. Call Mike Birch or at MikeBirchFord.com.
And welcome back. More of the Butch and Bob Show. Special guest in the studios with us, a candidate for state representative. As everybody knows, Chad Nimmer is not seeking re-election after 8 years, and 3 men have jumped into the race. 2 Republican candidates, and 1 is with us here at this time, and that is Franklin Rozier, who's running for that position. Mr. Rozier, appreciate you being here on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show.
Thank you for allowing me to come.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. I'm, of course, from Pierce County. I'm a native of the county. I grew up there. My mother and father had a small farm where I worked and finished my education in the public school system of Pierce County, and then went on to college and studied later to be an attorney. I have served 28 years in the Army Reserve National Guard and retired as a lieutenant colonel. I've practiced law in Blackshear now for a number of years. I served as the county's attorney for over 20 years, and presently the Pierce County attorney. I was on in the state court of Pierce County as a solicitor of the prosecutor, and then I served 4 terms as a judge, and I retired from that back in 2014 when I heard that Representative Nimmer decided he didn't want to run again. I thought I'd like to try this. I've always been obviously interested in law, and I'd like to be involved in the process of making law, and look forward to that opportunity.
As we talked to Stephen Meeks, Chad's announcement came as a surprise to a lot of people. There wasn't a lot of time to, put your hat in the ring. So, how did that decision come about? You said you've always been interested in running, so.
Well, actually, when Chad ran initially, I had planned to try to run then, but my father was very ill, and he needed someone to stay with him, and so I decided that was more important to me at the time, so I didn't run at that time. And I really never thought, Chad's much younger than I am, and never thought that he would ever give up the office, that he'd probably make a career out of it. But when I heard late Monday night of the qualifying week that he wasn't going to run, I had people to ask me if I would consider it, and I checked with some of my friends, and they encouraged me to go ahead and give it a try.
As we mentioned, it's a big district. It's all Pierce, part of Wayne, all of Brantley, and a portion of Ware. So
Appling, actually.
Oh, Appling, too.
Yes.
So it's a pretty big district.
It sure is. There's or I guess about 40,000 people that live in the district, or something of that nature, and so it's a big area. But it's where I live, I think within 30 minutes I can be at any part of the district if I have to, and as far as being available to the people. So that's good, I think, for a rural area.
My question is, they're so big, how do you organize a campaign that quickly? How do you have a lot of people in all those counties helping out, and how does that work?
Oh, yeah, we're trying to do that, trying to get some people together, and that's, like I say, if it had been good if we'd known it about 2 months ago, we'd have been able to hit the ground running on the qualifying day, but in any event, we're scrambling to try to get going. That's the best I can tell you,
You're on a Republican ballot. What are some of your beliefs? If you get elected, what are some things you want to see done? I mean, is there anything?
Okay, well, yes, I'm a Republican, have been a long time, and I guess you might say I was Republican when the Republican wasn't cool, if I could borrow a line from Barbara Mandrell. I'm interested in making sure that we keep our taxes low, and the economy of the government is such that we don't spend money needlessly. I realize that primarily the function of the legislature is to appropriate the money that the state acquires from taxation, and so I'm interested in seeing that we, in our district, get our share back. We put primarily education money, which is very important to all of us, to our future and to our economy, and also transportation, road and bridges. That's primarily what we get in rural Georgia, and I'm interested in representing us and our interests in making sure our schools, particularly in our roads, we get our fair share of that money.
And just joining us, Franklin Rozier, candidate running in Chad Nimmer's spot in the state representative seat. Again, as mentioned, 3 candidates. Does anybody know the Democratic candidate? I'm having a hard time pronouncing his name. I mean, when you qualified, I knew you run against Stephen here.
Oh, I don't know the gentleman. I understand he lives in Blackshear, but I don't know him.
Okay. We're trying to reach out and find him.
Mr. Let's see.
It's a strange name.
Greg O'Driscoll.
O'Driscoll. That's how you pronounce it? I know it's O'Driscoll.
Yes, I don't
O'Driscoll.
know or what he does, anything about him. But
you're a retired state court judge, is that correct?
That's right. I retired from the.
How long were you on the bench?
16 years. I retired in 14, but I served 16 years.
So I'm sure you know a lot of people over there in Pierce County.
Sure. As I said, I'm a native of the county. And I enjoyed my service as judge. That's probably one of the greatest jobs I've ever had, and sometimes regret leaving the bench. But I think it's a time to do your service and walk away and let somebody else have a time at service. That's my philosophy. So I don't believe in people being trying to hold an office forever. I think we all ought to have a shot at it, I think.
Again, anything else you want to tell the people out there listening before?
Oh yeah, thank you. Well, I'd like the people to know that I will consider legislation based on the Constitution of the United States and of Georgia, and basically also with the Holy Bible, which I believe that's part of our culture. That we're a Christian nation, and we ought to approach our government from that point of view. And I would support the rights of the people that have under the Constitution.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you coming in. I'm sure we'll have you in between now and I think the primary is May 22nd, and then the election's in November. So, like I said, the election will go all the way to November with the candidate on the Democratic ballot.
Run all year.
Run all year. So, yeah. You better have deep pockets and a lot of help.
Yeah.
So,
that's right.
So, you started your campaign? You have your signs up, anything?
Well, I'm hoping to start on that.
Are you going on a speaking tour? Or no? I mean,
I've been around to meeting with some people. Mostly is what I've been doing right now. And I've addressed the chamber meeting over in Brantley County yesterday. So, how
about Wayne County? You know a lot of people in Wayne County.
I know some people over here, few people. I've had clients from Wayne County as an attorney, and so I know some people here, and my family, way back, some of them came from Wayne County, but that's a long time ago. I'm a genealogist, so I searched my family history, and I know that my great grandmother was from Jessup, and which is she's passed away a long time ago. But anyway, I think all the people in this district have sort of common values and common interests. So that's I look forward to being able to serve them.
Okay. Again, we'll have you in there between now and May 22nd. Wishing nothing but the best, and appreciate you being here on the show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Again, that's candidate for Chad Newer seat, Mr. Franklin Rose. We'll come back and wrap up the Butch and Bob Show right after this.
Woody Folsom Overflow in Jessup is proud to be offering quality quick service for your vehicle. Our trained staff will get you going and keep you going. Bring your vehicle in for service today. Now a word from Woody.
I want to thank everybody who came to say howdy on our big 72-hour sale. It was a real thrill to meet so many good people. We tuck in a ton of trades, and the service guys is clean, tweaked, and inspected. We put the so-so trades in our pre-auction section going to other dealers, and we put the cream right out front. Cars, trucks, SUVs, or crossovers, they all priced to move and come with a free lifetime powertrain warranty. Good as long as you own the vehicle. Come see us, and thanks again for being so good to us.
Hey, we're selling great vehicles every day. So when you need one or a fleet, talk to us. We're Woody Folsom Overflow, 448 First Street in Jessup. Now featuring quick service, too.
I just love that boy Woody. Say, is he married? Mama! Seriously, though, what's the lowdown?
Advance Healthcare Center on South 1st Street in Jessup is your one-stop health shop for most all your healthcare needs. They offer same-day appointments, and walk-ins are welcome for medical, chiropractic, physical therapy, and massage therapy care for immediate treatment and pain relief for injuries and illnesses of all conditions. Advance Healthcare specializes in the treatment of spinal and joint pains, headaches, neurological and muscle conditions, and family medical needs. Advance Healthcare accepts and files most major insurance plans, accepts motor vehicle and workman's comp cases, and they make self-pay plans affordable for everyone so you can get the care you need right away. Call or walk into Advanced Healthcare Center on South 1st Street in Jessup or visit their website at ahc4health.com to explore the many ways they can quickly serve you. Advanced Healthcare Center, serving the Wayne County area for over 27 years. Feel better today.
The New Year celebration is over, but the bills from last year keep coming in. Consolidate those bills into one monthly payment that fits your budget with help from the friendly Franklin folks. Visit us at 1074 North Macon Street or call us at 912-427-4237, or you can apply online at onefsc.com. All loans subject to our liberal credit policy and limitations, if any. First Franklin Financial Corporation, MNLSR number 141654, Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656, licensed by the Mississippi Department of Banking and Consumer Finance.
8:24 here at WIFO-FM, wrapping up the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. Today, the game is here. 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, and then game tomorrow. Again, big win for Wayne County, 10-zip. Great performance by J.T. Crosby. Struck out 10, had the 2-run home run, had a 2-run double. So Wayne County a 10-zip winner in 6 innings over in Guyton. Windy, cold day. Hopefully the weather forecast a little bit better for this evening at Howard Bell Warren Field. But while we wrap up the show, I thought we'd just have some fun. Jonathan, we had the kiss of death. You knocked out Arizona. I knocked out Virginia. So we only have these 16 teams left. So we'll just pick and see who you like in these brackets.
All right,
we'll go kiss of death. So in the South, you got Kentucky against Kansas State and Loyola Chicago 11th seed against Nevada. I'm going to take Kentucky to come out of that bracket and give them the kiss of death. So
I'm going to go contrarian.
Who's that? Who you like?
K-State.
K-State. Okay, you take K-State.
Yes.
In the West, you got Florida State taking on Gonzaga, Michigan taking on Texas A&M. I'm going to go with, I got Gonzaga going far. I don't have them coming out of the bracket, but I'm going to take Gonzaga.
I'll go with Gonzaga as well.
Okay, in the East, it's Villanova, still a 1 seed against West Virginia, Texas Tech against Purdue. I had Villanova going to the Final Four, but something tells me they're probably going to win it all. But West Virginia is a tough opponent, but I'm still going to stick with Villanova to come out of the East in that bracket.
I'll do that. Yeah.
In the Midwest, Kansas a 1 seed. I don't see them. They always find a way to blow it. Clemson's their opponent. Syracuse taking on Duke. I'm going to take Coach Krzyzewski and Duke to come out of the Midwest. So I got Duke, Villanova, Kentucky, and Gonzaga in the Final Four.
Yep. I'm with Duke. Since Arizona has out, I had Duke versus Arizona
so
in the final. So Duke is going to be my champion.
So if you're fans of all those teams, just know we just gave them the kiss of death. The chance of them getting to the Final Four has just been diminished immensely. So there you have it. Braves baseball right around the corner, right? Don't they start? People keep asking. They start at the end of the month, right?
29th.
29th is the opening day.
You know why they've done that? They're starting earlier now every year, because they've added 2 off days to spring training and 2 off days to the regular season, so they're starting the season 4 days earlier.
I got you.
That's the latest, apparently the latest labor agreement.
Right, I got you. So interesting, but it is the end of the month. People keep thinking it normally starts in April, but 29th is opening day for the Braves. They made a lot of moves. The Senate Cuda down to the minors, didn't like that. Hopefully they'll bring him back. He's one of the best players.
Did that for one reason
only.
They
did that for contractual,
He can be back up April 13th, I think it is.
They got to bring him back. They got to have him.
Yeah.
The guy, one of the guys they got, I can't remember his name, an infielder came from Tampa Bay, Schiff or something. He was like 0 for 30 with 22 strikeouts. They sent him to the minors, so that wasn't a very good trade. I don't know who picked that trade up, but they still don't have any big marquee names. They promised everybody they're going to go out and have a big splash. I just haven't seen the big splash. Tehran's going to open day for the 5th straight time. Good pitcher for the Braves, but your thoughts on the Braves?
Just remember, you can get a big splash from a belly flop.
Well,
so there's your big splash right there. It's going to be a belly flop. That is a very nice shirt.
It is a very nice shirt. Mary Nell Mosley, I appreciate that. Dropping me off the shirt. Again, she was our special guest today. It's Mary Nell Mosley Day. 2018 USA World Team member going to Norway to compete with the USA team. So, again, appreciate her being here on the show. Wish her nothing but the best. Just a great young lady, very talented, and you'll be seeing her, I'm sure, on a collegiate campus somewhere twirling that baton. It's amazing how many girls from Wayne County have just gone on to collegiate level. Georgia has several. They've had them at Florida State, all around the country, Georgia Southern. It's just amazing. I mean, you see them in the parades all the time, all these twirl camps and coaches and programs.
Yes.
So it's a big thing for a lot of young ladies.
Yeah. How's your
Did you ever twirl baton?
No. How's your pollen count? Mine is ridiculous
Mine's
with
not
all the azaleas blooming.
I just want to say a big shout out to the people in South Effingham for letting me get in that press box last night because I'm not in there. But I went to the coach and said, if we do this game outside with this wind, I don't think he was going to be able to hear anything. So he was kind enough to make a spot, get us in that press box. So I was out of the wind and the cold, and I do appreciate the hospitality. Yesterday.
Looking forward to that here at the Bow today, 5:50 and 6.
Day, right, yeah. It's going to be interesting. JT had trouble with their first two batters, but pretty much held everybody else in check. But this team's a pretty talented team. I think pitching's the difference, and I think Wayne County's pitching is just a lot deeper, a lot stronger than a lot of these teams in the region. So I still think Wayne County's in good shape when the region get that number 1 seed, which is what you want come state playoff time. Have those first 2 rounds at home and go from there after the Sweet 16 is set.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to Wayne County baseball headed your way this afternoon right here on WIFO-FM. That's it for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Birch, Ford and Blackshear, Jessup Premium Storage, and Murphy's Builder Supply. 8:30 here at WIFO-FM. Let's get a quick